Innerville sisters who have joined today's session. A warm welcome to all of you. We have put together this online meeting, SAMMELAN, GYAAN B or MAZAA B, and now which is going to be filled with knowledge and fun. So introducing myself, I am Ashwati Viswanathan, ISO from Innerville Club of Trichur, and I am going to be your MC for the day. So we have members from 2 districts here today, District 309, which includes Haryana and parts of Punjab and Rajasthan, District 320, which includes parts of the Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So literally, this is going to be the meetup of North with the South. So let's have some fun together. Without further delay, because it's already 6 o'clock, we'll begin the program. And I again request everybody to keep themselves in mute so that we can go on smoothly without any interruption. So the first program of our agenda was collaring of the district chairmans, Nina Kohli of District 309 and SIVARAMAKRISHNAN of District 320. But because they have already adorned their collar, we just pass on to the next item of the agenda. Next, we have a prayer. To start the event with a grateful heart, I invite Dr. Rama Mukesh, ISO from Innerville Club of Kundankulam, to recite the Innerville prayer. Over to you, Rama.
You have to unmute, Rama.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashwati. Instill in us, O Lord, the true meaning of friendship. Never let us forget that we are all thy children, notwithstanding the difference in our culture and creeds. Endow us with a desire to serve our fellow men, remembering that we too often need help, whenever or wherever the need for service arises. Help us to be ready to serve, endeavoring to make our badge of Innerville worthwhile, ensuring that we have not lived in vain. Thank you.
Thank you, Rama. To keep the spirit of harmony alive, we now invite Vanita Kataria, from the Innerville Club of Kotakpura Gold, to lead us with a beautiful invocation song.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Should I start, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
तू ही राम है, तू रहीम है, तू करीम कृष्ण खुदा हुआ, तू ही वाहे गुरु, तू ईसा मसीह, हर नाम में तू समा रहा, तू ही राम है। कहीं आरती, कहीं कीर्तन, कहीं राम धुन, कहीं आवन, कहीं आरती, कहीं कीर्तन, कहीं राम धुन, कहीं आवन, विधि वेद का है ये सब रचन, विधि वेद का है ये सब रचन, तेरे दर पे सर ये झुका हुआ, तू ही राम है, तू रहीम है, तू करीम कृष्ण खुदा हुआ, तू ही वाहे गुरु, तू ईसा मसीह, हर नाम में तू समा रहा, तू ही राम है। तेरे गुण नहीं हम गा सके, तुझे मन से कैसे धया सके, तेरे गुण नहीं हम गा कैसे धया सके, कर कृपा यदि तुझे पा सके, कर कृपा यदि तुझे पा सके, तेरा भक्त तुझको बुला रहा, तू ही राम है, तू रहीम है, तू करीम कृष्ण खुदा हुआ। तू ही वाहे गुरु, तू ईसा मसीह, हर नाम में तू समा रहा। तू ही राम है, तू ही राम है। Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Vanita. You have a very beautiful voice, and that was a very
Thanks.
good, melodious and spiritual rendition of yours. Just
Thank you so
uplifted our spirits for the day. Thank you.
much.
Now, to warmly greet and set the tone for today's gathering, may I now invite Anidha Batra, District ISO of 309, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. A very good evening to all the smart and beautiful women in the avatar of Worthy DC Seema Krishnan ji and DC Neena Kohli ji, respected PDCs, members of executive teams, and all the club members of District 320 and District 309. It's my honor to welcome each one of you as you represent a class of strong, confident, and inspiring women. Today, we have gathered to discuss how to get ourselves respected till we live and remembered with respect thereafter. I'm thankful to Vardi DC Seema Krishnan ji, and District ISO Ramya Kamesh ji of District 320, who have joined hands with us to share views on an important aspect, how women should make will. I'm also thankful to respected PDC and advocate ALAMELU SIVARAMAKRISHNAN, who will give expert advice on the topic. So, without taking much time, I pass on the mic to the members of District 320. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, District ISO Anita, for the warm and gracious welcome. Now
Thank
I
you.
request Seema Krishnan, District Chairman of 320, to formally inaugurate today's meeting.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening. It's really a very good privilege for us to start off with the first online inter-district meet. And a big thanks to Ramya, our district ISO, to combine with District 309 and having such a meet today. And I wish our past district chairman, Alamelu Sivaramakrishan, also for her talk. Wishing her all the best and looking forward to doing inter-district projects also and meeting all of you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, DC Seema, for the inaugural function. Now, before we proceed, let's energize everyone with a fun icebreaker session. Get ready to participate and enjoy. I pass on to Sandhya Chandar, ISO from Innerville Club of Thrissur Heritage, to conduct the session.
Thank you so much, Ashwati. Good evening, Innerville sisters. I hope I'm audible to everybody.
Yes.
You are.
Innerville sisters of District 309 and District 320. Okay. A very warm welcome to each one of you. And I hope all of you are comfortable, seated well, and ready for a fun evening. Okay. For those of you who know me and don't know me, I am Sandhya. I'm the ISO of Innerville Thrissur Heritage, and I'm very happy to be here with all of you today. And I'll be conducting a quiz round a little later, but before that, let us do a little bit of ice breaking. So मैं हिंदी में भी बात कर लूँगी, मैं इंग्लिश में भी बोलती हूँ, तो I think दोनों ही manage हो जाएगा. So 309 and 320, both of you can be comfortable with my language. So icebreaker round के लिए सबसे पहले, let's do this. Our inner wheel pin. Do all of you have your inner wheel pins with you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Can you all display that pin to me on the screen? अगर है नहीं आपके पास, तो I'll give you 30 seconds. जहाँ पे भी हो, please go and grab your pin and bring it and show it on the screen. Yes, yes, I see people getting up. Very nice, very nice. थोड़ा energy लाते हैं group में. Very good. Anita ji, I can see you have gotten up. Aapka pin. Okay. Ramya, thank you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. So now moving on to the next part of building some energy. Along with energy, we also need love. So आपके screen पे नीचे है, उसमें से एक red heart. Please send a red heart to the group. All of you just send a red heart. Has everyone done that?
Yes.
Okay. Many
Yes, yes, yes.
That's beautiful. Okay. So, yes. So, it's a bond, it's a purpose and a privilege. So, we are proud to be who we are and what we stand for. So, this was my little now. I hand it over back to Ashwati to continue with the program.
Thank you, Sandhya. That was a wonderful icebreaker session. I hope you made at least a few people running that have made all of you energized. Now, let's get to the most important part of today's agenda, which is a speaker talk by PDC advocate ALAMELU SIVARAMAKRISHNAN. She will be speaking to us on Will for Everyone. But before we invite the guest for a talk, let me call upon Smita Suresh, ISO from Innerwheel Club of Ottapalam, to introduce our esteemed speaker to the crowd. Over to you, Smita.
Smita, she was there, right? Not able to see her now. 1 second. Smita, can you check if you are able to unmute yourself now? One second. Smita, can you unmute yourself? Of course, it's my privilege to introduce PDC Danya, Alamelu SIVARAMAKRISHNAN. I am just waiting for a few seconds if she will be able to come. Kindly bear with us.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, please. You can give your
Okay, thank you. Okay. Very good evening, my dear Sakhis. Thank you, Ramya ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to introduce the sweet, charming, and smart advocate Alamelu Sivaramakrishnan. Alamelu was born as Thanya on 28 September 1986 at Palkad to CA KV Vasudevan and Srimati Kamakshi Vasudevan. Alamelu graduated in law from Government Law College, Trichur, with first position in the college and second rank in Calicut University. Alamelu joined Innerville Club of Palkad East in 2010, steadily climbing up the ladder, became the president in 2015-16 and district chairman of 320 in the year 2021-22. She has the distinction of becoming the youngest DC at the age of 35. Happily married to Dr. Sivaramakrishnan, a dental surgeon, and blessed with a son, Darshan, studying in 9th standard. Music has always been an integral part of her life, and she has performed both classical and live songs at various stages. Presently, she is practicing taxation law with her father at Palkad. With immense pleasure, I am presenting before you an Ashtavadhani, multi-talented and multifaceted advocate Alamelu Sivaramakrishnan. Thank you.
Thank you, Smita, for introducing our speaker so well to us. She is indeed an achiever in her life. Now I invite the guest speaker for the day, PDC Advocate Alamelu Sivaramakrishnan, for the speaker session. Let us give our full attention to the talk. Over to you, ma'am.
Greetings to all. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. District Chairman Seema Krishnan, District Chairman 309 Neena Kohli, District ISO of 320 Ramya Kamesh, District ISO of 309 Anita Batra, past association presidents, past district chairman, and my dear friends in Innerville. At the outset, let me thank our district ISO Ramya Kamesh for giving me this opportunity. It's my pleasure to be a part of this function, Ramya, and hope I'm able to convey what I'm expected to do today. So without wasting much time, I'll just come to the topic. Will. Whenever we hear the term will, or somebody making a will, or somebody planning to make a will, there is a preconceived notion that that person is doing this to avoid disputes, or there is some problem within the family, so he's making a will, he or she is making a will. There is some thought behind that. But it is not completely only for this purpose. A will is a state document made by a person so that after his lifetime, his assets are properly and smoothly transferred to the next generation or to whomever he wishes to do. So this notion that wills are made only to avoid disputes or to prevent problems coming in the future among the family members is a wrong notion. Of course, it is one of the important factors, but there are many other factors behind making a will. It is for easy transfer of property from one person to his legal heirs without much hassle. So before going to how to make a will and why to make a will, let us see the problems that will arise if a will is not made. Any woman or man, a female or a male person, if he has assets, maybe self-acquired or which he has made or which is given by husband or wife, whatever it may be, if he has some assets, movable, immovable, and now even shares are there, SIP, mutual funds, many things are there. If it is not properly stated in the will as to what has to be done after his lifetime, you all may know there are succession acts in our country. We have Indian Succession Act, then personal laws for Hindus, the Hindu Succession Act. Muslims, there is the Shariat which applies. So these laws come into play. Of course, it will go to the heirs only. But if you have a different intention, I won't say if you want to go against the laws, but if you have a different intention and to give certain things to certain person, just saying orally will not be sufficient. We need a proper will in which you have stated that after our lifetime, this property will go to X. After my lifetime, this will go to Y. Then only it will go. So mere oral statements are not enough. So to secure all your hard-earned money, assets, properties, and see that it reaches the correct person, making a will timely is very, very important. Especially in the case of women, as Ramya said, to highlight on why women have to make a will. As you all know, For Hindus, the Hindu Succession Act applies, and there are class 1 heirs. Like, for example, if a Hindu woman passes away, her husband, son, or daughter, the class 1 heirs will get. After that, it may go to husband's heirs. It may after that go to father or grandchildren, mother, etc. So if you want to do something special for your niece or a nephew or some other relative of yours, for whom you want to secure some amount for a niece's marriage or for a nephew's education, something different from what it ordinarily takes place, you have to make that into writing. Otherwise, it will not be possible. In Shariat law and Muslims, if a person dies, it will go according to their personal laws. And in Muslim law, male get more than female. The ratio will be higher for male than female. So if you want to do something for your next generation, for your parents, if something happens to you, for your children, especially something happens to you, for any other person, he may be, even many cases we see they are giving some money to the maid or helpers who have worked with them for so many years. Something different from what will happen in the application of personal laws, that has to be done through a will only. So that is the main point why we are making a will. Number 2, I think many of you would know, if there is no will, after the death of a person, to get the properties changed, their names and then the properties changed, get access to the bank accounts, get access to the pension accounts, get access to insurance, the people have to run for legal hair certificate, succession certificate, everything is there. And as days are going, it is becoming more and more complex. For accessing bank accounts, movable assets, for everything, legal hair certificate is needed. For that, one has to go to the local Tahsildar office or local office. They have to show the relation. The death certificate has to be shown. The relationship has to be proved. They have to take the Aadhaar. Such things go. For selling or buying property, etc., we need a succession certificate. For that, we have to go to the court. And for succession certificate, hearing takes place, public notices takes place, many things happen. So when there is a proper will, and that too a registered will, all these becomes a bit more hassle-free. You have to just produce a legal hair, will, show that the legal hair through the Aadhaar, showing all this. A witness also can come and say. From that, the process becomes even more easy. So this is also an important aspect. So don't think that will is only made to avoid disputes. Will is made also to make the process easy. So I think basically we have understood why will is to be made. Now, how do we go about that? A will is made, or will can be made under the Indian Succession Act by any person who is above the age of 21. That is the first one. So it is not that you have to wait till 85 to 90 years to make a will, because by the time many things can happen. So if we are 55, 60 and all, if there is, reasonable assets are there, if you think that anything can happen anytime, disorders, diseases are coming at any point of time, if you want to secure things for your future generation, for your children, for your wife, for your husband, we can think about it little bit early also. And the second factor is that the person should be of sound mind. Only 2 requirements are needed. 2 mandatory things are: a person making the will should be above 21 years, and then he should be of sound mind. Because some of the grounds of challenging a will later are that the person was of unsound mind, or he was intoxicated, he was put under pressure, like that these things come. So being of sound mind and above 21 years of age, a person can make a will. Now, many people confuse between nominee and a legal heir. There is a general confusion. When a person gives a bank account or something, or for insurance, a person puts a nominee, means we feel that everything will go to that person. Or there is a sense of feeling as if, yes, my work is done. But nominee is only a person who gets the right to receive the amount or operate it till it reaches the legal heir or till it reaches the beneficiary. So just putting a nominee doesn't finish the work. We have to write in the will as to whom this amount has to go, as to whom this property has to go. So everything should be there in the will. So that is the first point. Number 2, what are all needed in a document to make it a will? As per Indian law, there is no particular format as to how a will has to be written. Since a person is doing it on his own personal interest, he can follow any method. He can first mention about money, he can mention about property. And nowadays, we have to even write who can access the mail after somebody passes away, how the share, because in a recent case I saw somebody has some accident took place, they couldn't access the mail where emails were coming. They had to keep the mobile of the person because OTP goes to that person. These are all very, sad things. Now, after a person passes away, to access his mobile, bring an OTP to his number, and based on that doing. So these all things make it very, sad. So why do you have to wait for that? So all those can be mentioned in the will. Number two, it has to, or rather I would say number one, it has to state that this will take effect after my lifetime. That is what makes it a will. Otherwise, it will be just a wish. If we want a will to take effect, it is something that will take effect after my lifetime. And also, till my lifetime, I have the right to alter or revoke the will. Because circumstances may change. At some point, maybe you may have to sell one property in between, or some change has occurred in your assets. So you can revoke the will and make it again before your lifetime, anytime. So these three things are the primary characteristic features of a will. Now, registration. Why is registration made mandatory? Actually, there is no law or rule that registration of will is mandatory. It is something which is done to make it more valid legally. Usually in small families or middle class families, when there are two children, everything will go divided. Problems won't occur. But anything can change anytime. And as more and more properties are included, more and more problems will come. So it is better that along with the two witnesses in the will, government is also put as a witness. Government acts like a third witness when you register a will. So again, formalities are very simple. First, you have to draft a will. Then you have to get it registered in the presence of two witnesses at the sub-registrar office of the jurisdiction where you stay. The Aadhaar is taken as the primary proof. So you have to take the Aadhaar. So if my house is at Palakkad, the sub-registrar of Palakkad will be the person who will be registering that will. And it is not too costly also. When you think about giving gift and all, you have to pay the stamp duties and all will come. When you have sale and all, capital gains, all these will come. So it is the most economical and clean way of transferring property to your children or legal heirs, whomever you want to give. Now, what are all the requirements, for registering a will? What are all needed in that will? First one, as I said, intention to take effect after the death or after my lifetime, that should be specified. All the details of the person making the will, he is called the testator. Testator. Yes, I'll come to probate. Vijayalakshmi, after complete. So, the testator, that's why it is called testamentary succession, because it happens as per the testator's wish. So, details, he should write the Aadhaar number, he should write the full address. Then, the details of the persons to whom it is given. Like if it is a son, the name of the son, his Aadhaar. Because nowadays Aadhaar number is taken as the main proof of identity, So the details of the beneficiary should also be given. Then, details of the property, clearly, there should be clarity. One of the important things in a will is that clarity should be there. It should not confuse the people even more. Once the will is made, that should be the final proof of the wish of the testator. So it should be clear. Property number dash and dash, door number dash and dash at this place. This will go to this person after my lifetime. And then, again, as I said, if there's share and all, percentage, the share or percentage of the property, that also has to be mentioned. And then we need an executor. Executor. Executor is a person whom the testator trusts completely. And he feels that after his lifetime, the executor will execute the will properly. Execute means see that everything reaches the right person as per the will. Mostly people will give their auditor's name or advocate's name, their legal advisor's name. Mostly it's like that. Or some trusted family friend, somebody to whom the person making the will is very comfortable. He will be put as the testator. Okay, I'll answer the questions later. So that executor's details, because after the will is opened, that executor should be present in the room where the will is being opened. So the complete details of the executor so that family members can approach him. then 2 witnesses are needed while registering a will. So again, they should have a fair idea of what is there, because some may be reluctant to show completely, but it is better if the witness have idea of what is there, and then date and signature. So these are the essentials while making a will. So if all these are there correctly, if there is clarity, the will be executed properly after the lifetime of the person. Now, as I said earlier, where families are, middle class families, limited property, everything will go off well before, without much chaos. But sometimes what happens, any one of the legal heir will be disappointed with the will. Either he'll feel that it is not done properly, or somebody has given pressure, or he is not happy and he wants to go to court. At that time, probate proceedings will take place. Probate is the search by a court for the genuinity of the will. So at that time, the executor or legal heir will file a suit to the district court or court within the jurisdiction. And at that time, if they are dissatisfied, they will say, these are the reasons why I feel the will is not genuine. So the court will come to the scene. Usually probate won't be required if everything is clear and the legal heirs have no problem. If all the legal heirs are satisfied, it has just to be executed, that's all. But if there is a problem, probate proceedings will take place, and court will call all the parties. It will send even to the field councils to see, and after that only the will be executed. So that will happen wherever there is a problem. So as I said, whenever there is a signature mismatch or there is suspicion as to, sometimes we feel, no, they say the people who are close to the testator has pressurized him or her to make a will. At such circumstances only, suit will be given. In that case, probate proceedings will take place. After that, the will proceedings will be complete. So this is the nutshell of the will. Now I'll just confirm the questions asked, so that I think with that I can continue about the talk. Can I know the question, please?
So one is
yeah, can you explain about probate? I think that is covered.
Yeah, one question I think which you answered was for shares. If you have named a nominee for your demat account and for the mutual fund, is that enough?
No. Again, as I said, nominee will receive the amount, but see, for example, there are 2-3 children. One child will be made a nominee, but since it's the father's property, it will go to all the children. So the nominee will collect it, and as per the father's wish or as per the Succession Act only, it will be divided. And if there are minors in the family, in the will, you can put they can put a guardian. Till that person attains age of 18 years, it will be with a guardian, and then only it will be transferred. Now, what details are needed if child is NRI? See, for the time being, if the child is NRI, the name of the parents can be given. I would like to give this to my grandson, so and so, who is the son of my son, so and so, and the address of the parents. That will be fine. Or if there is a passport number, that passport number can be given. Any one identification proof which will make it easy for the child to get that share in future. Then with whom the will is kept? See, mostly, or rather with whatever I have come across, for it will be either with the advocate if they feel it is not safe to keep at home, or sometimes they keep in the locker, bank locker, it is kept. These are the instances that I have seen. There is no hard and fast rule as to where it is kept. Some clients entrust it to the advocate, or they keep it in the locker and inform the advocate through whom they made that I have kept it in the locker, or the executor, so that after this happens, somebody has to convey that to the family. No, because no one will announce that I am going to make a will. It will be done secretively only. It will be a confidential document. So somebody who the testator trusts, they will be informed, and it can be given to the custody of some other person. Can our children be our witness of our will? See, if you are doing it in front of all your children, the children can sign, but 99% it is done without informing them. So in that case, children won't be the witness. But if everybody agreed to that, maybe they can put, but we generally advise not to have children, not to have children as witness. Because see, as we saw already, times are changing. Tomorrow, in between them itself, clash shouldn't come. No. So it is better to keep it as a third person, independent person, somebody who is neutral and whom you trust. That will be better. That's what we advise whenever clients come to us. And one more thing I would like to say is that, see, it is better to have a legal consultation before doing a will. Nowadays, what happens is, I have personally observed many of doing their own and just getting it registered through document writers. There's nothing wrong in that. But if there are any legal angles, we can tell beforehand itself. Because after that, if the will is nullified, the entire effort becomes, it does not become fruitful. So we always feel, take either your chartered accountant's advice or advocate's advice. Yes, undivided property will be made. See, usually what happens when it is an undivided family share, they have to discuss among themselves who is getting to get the full share. See, it should be in one name at the end of the day. So usually what they do, one person will get the property, rest all will be given money and we will settle them. Or if they want to continue it in the lifetime, they will together make a will that it should go, not a will, like an understanding that it should go to the next generation. They cannot make a will for an undivided property themselves, because we are itself getting one share only. So we cannot do that. Mostly when it is a family property, one of them take that. So that in future, if you have to do any repair, maintenance, something, one person only can get access to that. So rest of the members, now many are outside India. They may feel, no, I am not coming back to India. Who is in India? Let him get that property. Rest of them will be given a share of whatever, there in the property and given. We cannot write for ourselves in that. But maybe when you have a claim that you can give, like, after my time, my son can, one of them you can assign it, but you cannot write a will in about that. Anything else? I think I have covered what I wanted to do. If there is anything. If you have a property, do you make a trust first and then make your children? Is it about trust? Actually, trust is entirely different concept. Can I know the purpose for which they are asking about trust? Sarla, please.
Sarla, would she want to speak? Do we unmute her?
Yes, Sarla, if you can tell me. When properties are there, trusts are created when we usually do charity through that. Sometimes family trusts are also doing those things. But once you have thrown your property to the trust, it becomes trust property. Then you cannot make your child the beneficiary.
Hello, can you hear me, Danya?
Yeah. Yes, Sarlanti. Tell me.
So I heard that you directly don't give the property to your children, but however, you make a trust and then you allow the children as the beneficiaries. Is there something like that?
No, actually, see, when you form a trust, there should be some purpose. No. We need a purpose, like, educational trusts are there, charitable trusts are there, family trusts are also there. But the purpose is, once you throw the property into the trust, it belongs to the trust. It is no longer ours.
Okay.
And so making a child a beneficiary is not possible.
Okay.
It is done either, you have a temple in your premises, olden days, there were temples in the premises and all. So after a family, if you want the next generation to carry on that, you create a family trust, everyone will be contributing, the temple activities will go on, like that trust can be made. We can make a trust for educational purposes, we can make for charitable purposes.
Okay.
But it is not possible to make your child as a beneficiary, but you can make a guardian. Put a guardian for the child till that child becomes a major at the age of 18. Then you can give access to the children.
Okay.
If you want to make it, give some property for that.
Okay. And Dhanya, you said about the executor. So can you make your child as an executor? Like supposing you have 2 or 3 kids. So can you make one of them as the executor of the will?
See, if you say legally there is no bar that you cannot make somebody, because as I said, there's no specific format, but it is always better to make a person who is independent, because see, the children are also the beneficiaries of the will, no?
Yes,
So when
yes.
you cannot make one party who is interested in the whole situation as an executor. Executor is a person who will come and tell the children that, see, this is how your father or mother has made the will and this is how it goes. So it is better to call, somebody, a family friend or advocate or your auditor or somebody who knows your family will, and not to make
Okay.
your own children. Yeah.
Okay.
As I said,
Thank you,
it's not a
Danya.
law, but it is how it
Okay.
works. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Alamelu.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is Veena Vijayan here.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I just have a doubt, Danya. How much tax am I required to pay if at all I sell a property that I have inherited through a will?
Yeah, that is according to the prevailing rates. In the sense, capital gains will come. No.
Okay.
When you sell a property, the capital gains will come. You have to consult an auditor as to, I think Ramya can answer. The Ramya Vijayalakshmi is there. You can answer about the tax angle, how much you will have to, they will, it is a property that they have inherited through a will. You have to calculate the capital gains that may arise. And again, there are schemes through which they can invest, no, Ramya, to avoid tax.
I can answer
Capital
if you
gains.
want, Danya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vijay, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Chartered Accountant Vijayalakshmi. Whoever has asked this question. See, capital gains, that is falling under Income Tax Act. So there are certain rules like how the capital gains has to be calculated. So if you have inherited or through will, if you have received some property, the previous owner from whom you have received, like your father or somebody from whom you have received, whenever they have purchased, that year of purchase will be your year of purchase. Even though you might have got the property now, that will be your year of purchase. And the cost, everything, there are certain ways of calculation in Income Tax Act, like how many years of since how many years this asset has been with you, the age, when it was purchased, for what cost it was purchased, and for how much it has been sold. So based on these things, the capital gains will be calculated, and on that tax will be calculated.
Hope
So
it's
this is
clear,
the gist
Veena.
I can give, because based on the full details only we can do the calculations and let you know.
True,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, somebody has asked, can we keep a duplicate copy? Yeah, see, as I said, you can keep the original itself. It's not a problem. Original can be kept in the locker or safe place by the person who is making it. Or if you want it to be entrusted to your lawyer or auditor, you can keep it with them and keep a copy. So there are no hard and fast rules. It is as per your wish where you would like to store it. Some people keep it in the locker. Some people, sometimes I've heard recently they give it to the children and they have told them don't open it till I pass away. So say many things. There is no hard and fast rule. Wherever you feel reliable, you can store it.
Yes, thank you, Danya. One more doubt, Danya.
Yes.
There must be clarity in the fixed amount and the ornaments, no?
Yeah.
In the will, in the will we will write, oh, after our time, this goes to grandchildren. So there must be a clear that idea, no, that which must be given to
see, for
one girl. If two children, one boy and girl, and their children. So there must be a clarity in the amount, no?
Yeah.
Simply we will write no.
No,
This
no.
goes
See,
to
yes.
grandchildren.
Yeah, exactly what you wish to do. Like, for example, a person has 50 sovereigns of gold. You can write after my lifetime, 25 sovereigns will go to my son and daughter-in-law, 25 sovereigns will go to my daughter. So after that, it will naturally go to their legal heirs. But if you want to, give 5 sovereigns to one granddaughter, another 5 sovereigns to another granddaughter, that you have to make it specific. Or if you give to the daughter, naturally it will go to... Yeah.
Specifically, we must give a
Yeah.
be given in
If
the
you
will,
want,
no?
make it specific. Like if you want to give your granddaughter 10 sovereigns for her marriage, and now you feel you can, you have to write it down. It has to be specific. Otherwise, you can say it will go to my daughter, and after that to her children. Generally, as per your wish, make as much clarity is there. It will be that much good. Like I have a fixed deposit of 5 lakhs with Kerala Gramin Bank. After my lifetime, I want it to go to my son. Like that, very, very, very clear. It has to be made. as clear as it is, it will become easier for them to work it out. That is, as I said earlier, it is not only to avoid dispute, it is so that executed properly after one's lifetime. Especially for women, it is done so that, especially when it is our, I don't know how many of you know, as per Hindu law, and even it is in the case of women, if a property is from our husband, if we get something from our husband, after our lifetime, it goes to husband's legal heirs. If a property comes from our mother's side or father's side after our lifetime, if we don't have children or husband, it will go back to our father and mother's legal heirs. If it is a self-acquired property or a gifted property, if there is no husband and children, it will go to husband's heirs. So to avoid all this confusion, like if I have in mind somebody I want to give to my brother's children, if for their education or for them, something like that, we have to write a will. Orally, things, if we promise and all, it won't, come into play. So everything that we have in our mind, we have to put it down in a will and keep it registered in a proper format. As I said in the beginning, again, no law says that registration is mandatory, but it increases the legal validity. You can mention the jewelry, please.
Alamelu.
Yeah.
Alamelu.
Yes.
In Kerala, it is matriarchal, no, not patriarchal. So is there any difference in the Hindu law in Kerala?
No, Hindu law, as it is same, Gita. It applies everywhere. But some families, it's not completely matriarchal. Some, like, communities are there, Nair, men, and like that. Some families, some communities within Hindus follow matriarchal system. So if they want to divert from that and give it in a different angle, they have to make a will. Otherwise, it will go through that part only.
Okay, thank you.
So if we need to change that and do something different from the system that is prevailing in our families or under Hindu Succession Act, we have to make a will. Otherwise, it will go directly in that way only.
Alamelu, can I ask a question?
Yes.
I think we'll close with this question. Shall we have this as the final query? Rest, we can always put it in the chat box.
Okay. If we have made a will and we are changing the will, so if the first one is not cancelled, is the second one will be valid?
No. The first one has to be cancelled. The first line of the second will itself should be, I have made a first will on such and such day. Now that stands revoked and now this will come into effect. That should be there. Otherwise, it will be a ground for challenge later. So we have to revoke the first will, then only that next will should start even. And someone has asked whether it can be combined and written. No, each individual has to make a separate will. So when husband is writing, he has to, or that's what we do. After my lifetime, it will go to my wife and then to my children after her lifetime. Like that, when a wife makes, she makes it that after my lifetime, it will go to my husband and then after his lifetime to the children. That is how we make for mutual security. So it has to be done individually.
Okay, thank you.
If a house is in joint name of husband and wife, yes, they will write it in two wills. That is, the husband will write, I have a house which I jointly own with my wife. After my lifetime, it will go to the wife. Since it is her property, no one can tell her to go out. It will become a sole property of the wife. But he has also to write that, and she will be staying there till her lifetime, and after that it will be taken by my children. It has to be made clear so that no problem arises. The children cannot threaten their mother, to say, see, you have to sell it. No. Till the husband has to mention for the wife's security that till my wife's lifetime, she will stay in that house. After that only it will go to my children. So these specific things have to be mentioned to make it more secure, especially for women when gents are doing that. If my daughter has no will, who are her legal heirs? Naturally, as per Hindu law, her children after that will go to father, mother, everybody will come. Hindu Succession Act is there that will say if it is a woman, son, daughter or husband, then heirs of the husband, then mother and father. It is a step-by-step thing that is mentioned under Hindu law. Can we, I think the same questions are only coming, Ramya. Is there anything new?
No, the same thing is coming. I think members can put it on the chat box after the games or something. If any more is there, we can have the query session.
So I think I wind up. Thank you so much, Ramya, for the opportunity. Hope it has reached to you. I mean, I could, advocate it properly to you. Thank you for being patient and listening. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, PDC Alamelu, for that insightful session. Women usually take a backseat when it comes to legal matters, but you have very well explained the necessity and the process of creating a will. And thank you also for patiently answering all our queries. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Now let's get to the MAZAA part of today's evening. We have planned some games for you, which will be conducted by Sandhya Chandar, ISO from Inner Wheel Club of Trishur Heritage. Let me pass on the mic to her.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, and okay, Ashwati, can you play the PowerPoint, please? So we will be having a quiz round. This is going to be a fun quiz round, which is going to include 1 or 2 questions about inner wheel, a lot of questions about geography, about tradition, about customs. I think you will enjoy it. And it is a mix of everywhere. So it is not just specific to one region. Okay. So can everyone see the screen? Can you see the PowerPoint? Okay. Can I get some thumbs up to know? Okay. Let me know if I can begin. Okay. So the question. So what you need to do is I've put the question. This is a trial round, and you will answer as A, B, or C. Okay. Inner Wheel was founded in which year? Was it 4 or 1936?
B.
No, please don't say the answer loud. Please put it in the chat box.
Sandhya, I have muted you. You can unmute yourself and talk. You have to unmute, Sandhya. Sandhya, you have to unmute.
Yeah, I am. Is it now okay? Can you hear me? Okay. 1 second. 1 second.
Yes.
The next 1 second. Hold on. Second question. Okay. All right. Can we go to the third question? Which dish is traditionally associated with Kerala? Is it Puttu Kadla, A, Mishti Dhoi, B, or Khandvi, C? A. Ramya, unmute me, please. Okay. Am I audible now, please?
You are audible. You are audible, Sandhya.
Okay, I don't know what is going on. Suddenly I'm becoming muted. Please don't answer. Just give your this thing. Which is the city that is called the city of lakes? Is it A, Udaipur, B, Bhopal, or C, Nainital? Please answer on the chat in the chat box.
B.
Please don't answer.
Close to
Please don't say it out loud.
Germany. Actually.
Okay. Fifth question, please, Ashwati. Okay. The dance form of Bhangra is originated with which state? Is it A, Punjab, B, Haryana, or C. Kerala? Bhangra किस
You are
state
getting
से आता
immense
है? Is it
response,
Punjab, Haryana, or
Sandhya.
Kerala? A, B, C.
Great response coming in.
Nice. Ashwati, can we go to question 6?
चला गया राजस्थान
Okay.
फेमस फॉर साड़ी स्टाइल है
Rajasthan and Gujarat is famous
बंदनी
for which sari style? Is it A,
बंदनी
Bandhani? Please don't answer the. Please put
यही है
it in the chat box. Please don't answer it loud. A, Bandhani, B, Tasar, or C, Ikat? Which is the right answer? Chat box पे डालिए please. आप जोर से मत बोलिए. Okay, let's go to number 7. Okay, which state is the largest producer of spices in the country? Is it A, Kerala, B, Rajasthan, or C, Gujarat? 7th का क्या आंसर होगा? A, Kerala, B, Rajasthan, or C, Gujarat? Which state produces the largest spices? Okay. 8th question. That jewelry style of temple jewelry is traditionally from which state? Is it A, Assam, B, Tamil Nadu, or C, Punjab? Traditional jewelry, or which is called temple jewelry, वो कौन से स्टेट से आता है? आसाम से, तमिलनाडु से या पंजाब से? A, B, C.
Answers are just
Okay, let's do question number 9. That's wonderful. Okay. Which Indian festival celebrates the bond between brothers and sisters? ये तो बड़ा आसान है. Is it A, Rakshabandhan, or B, Bhai Dooj, or C, Karwa Chauth? Which is the festival that celebrates the bond between brothers and sisters? A, B, or C? Okay. Let's go to the 10th question. Which town is known as the Manchester of Haryana? I'm sure a lot of the Haryana people will know this answer, but for others, it's a good guess. Is it A, Gurugram, B, Hisar, or C, Panipat? Which town is known as the Manchester of Haryana? Gurugram, Hisar, or Panipat? Okay, let's go to the 11th question, Ashwati. Where did the Kanjivaram sari originate? A, Mysuru, B, Kanchipuram, or C, Coimbatore? Everyone wears Kanchivaram sari, so do we know where it originated? Mysuru, Kanchipuram, or Coimbatore? Okay. Question 12. Gurugram in Haryana is named after which historical figure from Mahabharata? Is it Arjun, B, Bhishma, or C, Dronacharya? Which historical character from Mahabharata is named Gurugram named after? Okay. 13th question.
You want to read out the question? I think we can move to the next one, 14th. Sandhya? You can go to the 15th. Sandhya, you are able to talk?
No, she's.
Jane
Her voice is not coming.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay, that was our quiz. Thank you so much. Ashwati, you can turn it off.
You want to tell the answers?
You want me to tell the answers? Okay. Yeah. The first answer is 1924. It's actually B 1924, which is the founding year of Inner Wheel. B Indira Point is the southernmost point of India. Puttukadla. I don't. Okay. Puttukadla is the traditional dish associated with Kerala. The city of lakes is Udaipur. That's your fourth answer. And Bhangra comes from Punjab. Rajasthan and Gujarat are famous for Bandhani. And the state with the largest producer of spices is Kerala. That's seventh. Eighth answer is temple jewelry comes from Tamil Nadu. The relationship or the tradition between a brother and sister, that festival is called Raksha Bandhan. That is your answer number 9. The Manchester of Haryana is called Panipat. And Kanjivaram sari comes from Kanchipuram. And Gurugram is named after Dronacharya from Mahabharat. Dabeli comes from the state of Gujarat. Meenakari is made in Jaipur. And finally, the founder of Inner Wheel is Margaret Golding. So thank you so much, everyone, for your participation.
You are in mute, Ashwati.
Yeah, thank you, Sandhya, for that wonderful game session for all of us. And thank you all the participants for answering the questions. We'll announce the winner at the end of the program. We now come to the felicitation ceremony. Let me invite Nina Kohli, District Chairman of 309, for giving her closing remarks and felicitation.
Hello. Can I audible?
Yes, DC Nina.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Respected Advocate ALAMELU and Ramakrishnan and District Chairman Seema ji and District ISO Ramya Kamesh and District ISO Anita Batra and all distinguished members and PDCs. Namaste to everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to today's insightful Zoom meeting on how to make a will for women. This topic is not important but empowering because planning for the future safeguards our loved ones and secures our legacy. A heartfelt thank you to our esteemed advocate, ALAMELU Siva Ramakrishnan, for sharing expert guidance on why women must prioritize will making. Your words will enlighten and inspire us to act. The event was enriched with fun games by Sandhya Chandra laughter and a soulful song by one of our talented singer, Vanita Kataria Kota Kapoor Club member. Every moment was a celebration of learning and togetherness. My gratitude to District ISO, Ramya Kamesh, and Anita Batra, who and organizing team, and every participants for making this a memorable experience. To all the dignitaries and the members, thank you for your presence. Let this session ignite a movement. Let's ensure every woman writes her will secures the rights and protects her family. Thank you, Jai Hind. Thank you, everyone. God.
Thank you, DC Nina Kohli, for your kind words. As we near to the end of today's program, I invite C.R. Ramya Kamesh, District ISO of 320, to deliver the vote of thanks, expressing our collective gratitude.
Good evening, everybody. It is my privilege to present the vote of thanks on this wonderful occasion. Thanks to District Chairman 309 Nina and 320 Seema for their encouragement and support in holding this meeting. Speaker for the day, PDC Alamelu, Advocate Alamelu Sivaramakrishnan, known for her clarity of diction and knowledge, has made time out of her busy schedule and brought lots of light on this much important topic. Thank you, PDC Alamelu Sivaramakrishnan, for your time and support. Thanks to our MAZAA host, Sandhya Chandar, ISO of Trishur Heritage, for her bubbly handling of the games. We enjoyed it. In fact, she was just telling that we got so many correct answers, and we are overwhelmed with the correct answers that we have declared all of you as the winners for this game session. And I thank the members of the District Executive Committee of District 309 and 320 for your gracious presence. PAP Geeta Padmanabhan, PDCs of 309 and 320, you are our guiding stars. Thank you, and your presence meant so much today. Big shout out to the ISOs of Group 3 of District 320, Ashwati of ISO of Trishur for their efficient MC and admin work. Great job, Ashwati. Dr. Rema of Kunnamkulam for the beautiful invite and innovative prayer. Smita of Ottapalam for the gracious intro of our speaker. Thanks to all of you for the wonderful coordination and your time. Thanks to Vanita of Innerville Club of Kodakpura Gold for the soulful rendition of the invocation song. Members of both the districts were present in good numbers. Thank you for your presence. Hope you took some jnaan and also had some maza. Last but not the least, dear District ISO of 309, my dear friend Anita, thank you so much for being an integral part of today's meeting right from the beginning. Thanks to God for the smooth flow of events today. And till we meet in the next Sammelan, thanks once again to all of you.
Thank you, District ISO Ramya, and thanks to everyone present here today. Now I request the District Chairman of 309 and 320 to kindly adjourn the meeting.
Thank you.
With this, we officially conclude today's online meeting. We truly appreciate your time and presence and active participation.
Thank you so much.
वो कहाँ से आया? वो कहाँ से आया गौतम? क्या? इसको उठाओ यहाँ से, बाहर करो.
Ashwati, you did it so well. Alamelu, thank you for that wonderful speech.
Yes.
देखा, बाहर करो.
Thank you, Alamelu. Thank you, Ashwati. Rema.